My grandmother actually was a con woman back around the days of the Depression, and she actually taught me, Becky, that the secret to becoming a con man was to be able to influence people's decisions when they didn't realize you were doing so. For example, Casey, if I were to have you, sir, cut your half of the deck wherever you would like, that is perfect. And Becky, if you would do the same for me. Now, Becky, do you feel that you had a free choice there?
Yes.
You could have cut those cards anywhere you wanted, right?
I could.
Casey, you feel the same way?
Yes, sir.
My grandmother was so good at influencing people's decisions, she would have made you cut to the exact card she wanted you to. To prove it, she would have made you cut to the 4 kings. Now, I don't know how she ever did that. The best I can do is to get you to cut to the 4 aces instead.
Wow.
But you know what? That wasn't really that fair. See, I had an unfair advantage over you that time. See, Becky, you didn't know I was going to try to make you cut right there where the aces were.
That's right.
Now you know. Casey, I am going to try to make you cut to the exact card I want you to over and over again. Now that you know that ahead of time, now you have the unfair advantage over me, right?
Maybe.
No, you don't. Now, if you learn nothing else during our short time together here tonight, remember this, is that you never, ever have the unfair advantage over the con man. That's why this little experiment is known as the Sting. Because as soon as some sucker in my audience feels that he or she has an unfair advantage over me, that's when you're going to get stung. This will be your last free choice, by the way. If you would cut your cards again for me. Cut them deep and you weep, they say. You cut 16 cards there, I think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cards. Should see me in the carnivals. Now, what I'll do is I'll take this and I will shuffle it face up into this half of the deck. Now, if there are 16 cards face up and there are 52 cards in a deck, that means right now there are 36 face down cards. Make sense? I'm going to now, sir, have you cut the cards. But before you do, I'm going to warn you that when you are done cutting these cards back and forth between the two of you, there will be exactly 21 face down cards. Not 1 card more and not 1 card less. But here's the catch. Go ahead and cut your half. Every time you cut,
What's the catch?
I'm going to show you. Every time you cut, I will reverse the cards, which means that some of the cards are now being reversed back. So not only do I have to know that you just gave me 14 cards, but when I shuffle them like this, I have to spot them to see that 3 of them have been reversed back. That way I can keep the math straight in my head. Now, I don't expect you guys to follow the math. Judging by your inebriated faces, neither do you. But what I want you to appreciate are the subtle ways I influence their decisions from this point forward. This time you can cut from either half. Notice I placed my fist there and you cut from this half over there. Reverse psychology works very well on you, doesn't it? We'll take these cards. It's a little bit thinner than the last one. That's 12 minus 2. It's 37. You also can cut from either half. Shooting fish in a barrel. I'll take this one and we'll shuffle these on over to here. Now, Becky, this is going to be your last choice. Decisions. It looks like, ooh, well, you really do like to cut them deep, don't you? That is that's actually 19 and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 19, 6, 23. Okay, your last cut, sir. I think that's an excellent choice myself. I'm going to need a really good, healthy cut for this one. The math to be right. That felt pretty good, actually. Let's go to the lovely lady right there in the center of the room, ma'am. You will have the final decision here. You can see these cards, they've been shuffled and they've been mixed. We are now going to turn over either this half of the deck or this half of the deck. If you pick the correct half, there will be 21 face-down cards. If you pick the incorrect half, you just wasted 4 minutes of their lives. Which half shall we turn over, this one or that one? Turn over this one. Watch very closely. We'll shuffle these cards into these. Kind of. Now, if there are 21 face-down cards in that mess, that'd be a damn good trick, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be a freaking miracle right about now. Let's see how we did. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, gotta be close. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Face down. But not only that, see, I told you that the secret to becoming a con man was to influence people's decisions when they didn't realize what you were doing. Well, I had the two of you so focused on which half of the deck you were going to cut from, what I was actually influencing, Casey, as I was shuffling the cards, was which card you would cut to. If I did that correctly, out of these 21 face-down cards, there will only be 10 red cards. So out of these 21, only 10 will be red. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red cards. But not only that, I told you this trick was known as the sting, and no sting is complete until the mark knows he's been stung. That is why I went to the extra effort to make sure that all of the black cards would be clubs. And you will see that every black card that they cut to is a club. Just like that. What? Huh? What was it, sir? Ace of spades. Oh, shoot. Glad you noticed that, sir. Because remember what I told you before this trick began, that as soon as some sucker in my audience felt that he had an unfair advantage over me, all the black cards will be clubs, except the ace of spades.